my name is Esther. I'm a health education manager at AAMG. Today, I would like to raise awareness of decluttering the house and make sure keeping the house clean. It has many implications. In the past of many years, I have been working in the rehab, especially physical rehab for people who have injury or suffering from stroke or suffering from some severe chronic illnesses. I had a patient many years ago. I can still recall. He was a 60 years old gentleman, severely malnourished. So I was requested by a doctor to provide consultation to this patient who suffered from hip fracture, which sounds like it's a mild problem, but unfortunately he had a severe infection. So he lost about 50 pounds because of severe infections. He admitted to the hospital, stayed in the hospital for months, and ultimately he transferred to a rehab center to receive physical therapy. And during this time, he always failed to thrive, meaning his body is not able to recover. And he is extremely skinny, lost a lot of muscle mass. And because of that, he has a hard time completing the rehab treatment. So the reason I tell you the story is because this person is in a very desperate state, and this all can be prevented because he later on shared with me that he was a totally normal person, healthy, very independent. He worked in the restaurant. So one night he got off work. I think he has a lot of boxes in his house, and his spouse was quite messy. So he was never able to clean the house, and it's full of junk. He got off work and come back home. He tripped and fall on the ground of his home living room. And ultimately he had a hip fracture. And we have seen hip fracture all the time in the rehab center. But this gentleman, unfortunately, he's not so lucky. He had sepsis, meaning a severe infection. And ultimately, he had to stay in hospital for months. And this all can be prevented, as I said before, if he is able to clean up his home. And he would end up staying in the rehab for almost 6 months because of all the complications that he has experienced. I think as elderly persons, unfortunately, when they have a fall, oftentimes it is harder to recover. So I would like to use this opportunity to motivate others. If your home can be tidy, by all means do so, because this is very important, so that you can actually prevent a fall or prevent any unnecessary medical treatment due to something that you can easily do by tidying up your home and prevent any incidents of fall accident. So let's look at this video that we have prepared for you, and hopefully you can understand the importance of organizing the home and how to proactively prevent your home to be a hazard so that you can prevent any fall incidences.
Do you have a lot of items in your home? Is your home disorganized? Do you have a difficult time finding things? And does your home feel unsafe because of these items? If the answer is yes, this video is for you. Here's how a cluttered home can affect your life, tips on being more organized. Hoarding or simple cluttering can easily happen. In today's world, hoarding is becoming a major problem as we're consuming more than what we need. Most of the time, this hoarding disorder can be compared to or even confused with cluttering. 98% of people who may think they are hoarders simply have too much stuff. Clutter is often the result of an over-attachment to our items, which makes it difficult to part with them. In this video, you will learn about the many ways you can declutter and organize. We will also provide tips for the elderly on how to organize to keep your home safe and prevent falls. We will start by explaining the dangers of an unorganized and cluttered home. First, we have injury. Keeping unorganized boxes and trash on the floor can cause you or people around you to seriously hurt themselves. It is always very important for you to keep a clear ground. By doing so, you will prevent falls, and it would be easier for you to get around your home. Dust and mold is also a huge problem that may arise from having a cluttered home. Over time, if space is not being cleaned or disinfected, your home may start to produce dust and mold, affecting your respiratory system. A few health problems include chronic coughing, shortness of breath, and even lung inflammation. It is crucial to dust and disinfect your home. A disorganized home may also be affecting your productivity. Clutter may restrict you from focusing, thinking clearly, and even processing information. In an era like today where many people are working from home, we recommend keeping a clear workspace. A clean home equals a clear mind. Stress and depression is another health issue that may arise. Although sometimes cluttering can be started because of these issues, a messy home can worsen them. It has been proven that people with cluttered homes were more depressed, fatigued, and had higher levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Lastly, we have sleep. An unorganized resting area may make it harder for you to sleep at night. Having a clean space can create a peaceful environment for you to have a good night's sleep. Here are some tips for the elderly on how to organize for a safe home. First, we have storage. Keeping items easy to reach can come a long way in preventing falls or injuries. We recommend the elderly to store in lower shelves so you don't have to climb anything to reach an object, have cabinet knobs or handles that are easy to open, have easy access to heavier items. We recommend storing in places where you won't have to reach or bend too low to carry the heavy item. Don't store underneath furniture. Things being stored under furniture can be easily forgotten, and when looking for the item, we may have a difficult time finding it. And lastly, don't store belongings too high. Next, we have keeping a clear space. Keeping a clear space is also very important. We recommend for you to keep your countertop clean and clear. This will prevent anything from falling to the ground and causing you to trip. Keeping cords safely tucked away. Cords can easily tangle around your home items and create hazards. Keeping a clear path to the door and keeping stairs clear. Places where you are more likely to pass through every day should be kept clear at all times. Preventing falls can be easy if we take these precautionary steps. We recommend for you to use the water-absorbing kitchen mat. When washing items in any sink, we may cause water spills. By keeping absorbent mats, we can prevent slips. We also recommend to put a lamp near your bed. This will create clear visibility when getting up from bed at night. Using a non-slip bathtub mat. Bathtub mats can prevent slips in the shower. It is also very important to secure carpeting and fix uneven flooring. Both carpets and floorings that isn't secure can cause trips. And lastly, to secure cords. Cords on the ground can easily get tangled around your foot. Here is the case of Mrs. Booker. She is a 76-year-old woman who lives independently in her own home. In a questionnaire when she went to the clinic, she admits to having fallen in the past 6 months. Her only form of exercise is walking 2 miles a day, and she says she is very careful when doing so. She also mentioned how she gets up at least 2 times every night to use the restroom. Here are some recommendations that the CDC suggests if you relate to Mrs. Booker. It is very important to practice balancing exercises. The CDC recommends to refer to a community exercise, fitness, or fall prevention program to optimize length strength. It is also very important to include these balance trainings and strength exercises as part of your exercise routine. Next, we have to leave lights on overnight. We recommend using night lights or leaving hall or bathroom lights on overnight to reduce the risk of falling when getting up. Having bars to grab onto whenever you go in and out the shower is also very important. This will help prevent slips. Even if you may be of the age or not, taking these steps can ensure that your home stays safe and free of falls. Now that you know a little bit about the dangers of keeping an unorganized home, what are the benefits of decluttering? Decluttering your home has been proven to improve sleep, reduce stress, prevent falls and injuries, have more free time to do other stuff, reduce anxiety, more productivity, decrease depression, and it even helps you make better life choices. So now you may be wondering, how can I get started? Here are 6 easy tips we recommend. Tip number 1. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes at the end of the day to put each stray item away. Tip number 2. Clear your workspace at the end of each day. Tip number 3 is to box up extra items. If you put them out of sight, they'll be out of mind. Don't miss them, sell or donate the items. Tip number 4. When something comes in, something must go out. Tip number 5. Make an appointment for clutter maintenance. We recommend to writing down on your calendar to clean every week. Tip number 6. Stop adding or buying things that you don't need. This concludes the end of this presentation. I hope these tips will help you improve your lifestyle and help you declutter your home. If you like this video, please check out our other videos on organization and hoarding disorder. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and also click the bell button to get notified of when the latest videos go up on our channel. Follow AAMG on our social media platforms in the description to keep up to date on the latest health news, free health workshops, and community events. Thank you for watching.